A touching moment. Jungkook embraces Jaehyun tightly at Incheon. ARMY's cry, "Why can a brief hug at an airport shake the hearts of millions of people around the world?" That question immediately arose after an unexpected moment occurred at Incheon International Airport, South Korea. Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS known for his charismatic and energetic persona, was caught on camera hugging Jaehyun, the oldest hyung in the group, so tightly that the airport atmosphere suddenly turned emotional. The scene immediately captured public attention, causing a wave of extraordinary emotions and making armies around the world cry with emotion. The hug was not just a greeting or a polite gesture typical of celebrities. From the way Jungkook held Jaehyun so tightly, it was as if there were feelings that had been suppressed all this time and could only be released when the two met in this precious moment. The tears seen in Jungkook's eyes, coupled with Jin's warm gaze in return, made this event more than just a regular interaction. Many fans believe that the scene is real evidence of the strong emotional connection between the two after going through difficult times, including the mandatory military service period that separated them, the airport atmosphere, which is usually filled with the hustle and bustle of passengers, this time turned into an emotional arena full of meaning. The shouts of armies calling out their names mixed with happy tears, creating an unforgettable nuance. Media cameras and fans' cell phones captured every second of the event, and in just minutes, recordings of Jungkook and Jin's hug spread on social media, making it a global viral sensation. Trending topics on platform X, Twitter, were immediately filled with hashtags such as #JungkookHugsJin, #WelcomeBackJin, and #BTSForever, confirming the enormous emotional impact of this moment. Psychologically, the hug shown by Jungkook can be read as a symbol of releasing emotional pressure. For more than a year, armies followed Jin's mandatory military service journey, while also witnessing how Jungkook underwent his solo activities. When the two finally reunited in a public space, the energy poured out seemed to represent all the longing of the fans. Many armies wrote comments, "That's not just a hug, but an expression of longing that cannot be expressed in words." This kind of response reinforces that BTS is not just a music group, but a social phenomenon that connects the emotions of millions of people in various parts of the world. More interestingly, this moment sparked serious discussions among popular culture observers. Some analysts believe that Jin's appearance in Incheon after returning from overseas activities and his close interaction with Jungkook could be an important signal for the direction of BTS's career in the future. Not a few speculate that this hug is a symbol of an emotional reunion that will become the foundation for a major BTS project in the future. The speculation was further strengthened when several Korean media highlighted the relieved expressions of the two artists, as if giving a message that a new chapter in BTS's journey would begin soon. However, there are also critical voices questioning whether this moment was completely spontaneous or part of a management strategy to maintain public attention. The Korean entertainment industry is indeed known for its skill in building emotional momentum, and a tearful hug like this can be considered a perfect narrative to revive the passion of armies after a long hiatus due to the mandatory military service activities of the members. Questions like that are legitimate to ask, but what is clear is that the emotional reaction of millions of fans proves that whatever the motive behind it, this moment has successfully created an undeniable impact. The circulating recordings show details that further reinforce the warmth of the event. Jungkook seemed unable to hold back his tears, while Jaehyun tried to calm him down by patting his younger brother's back. Armies who were present at the location screamed hysterically, some even unable to hold back their own tears. "I feel like I'm seeing a family that has been separated for a long time finally meet again," said a fan who was interviewed by local media. Testimonials like that illustrate how deep the emotional bond between BTS and their fans is, to the point that a simple hug can become a collective experience that stirs emotions, not only in South Korea. Armies from various countries also showed similar responses. Videos of tears and emotional reactions from fans from America, Japan, Indonesia, to Latin America flooded social media. In fact, a number of celebrities and public figures also gave comments. They assessed that this moment is a real example of how Korean pop culture has penetrated geographical and cultural boundaries, uniting human feelings at a universal level, longing, love, and togetherness. If drawn further. Jungkook and Jin's hug also highlights the dimension of humanity behind BTS's global popularity. They are not just stage stars who appear full of light, but also humans who feel separation, longing, and relief just like most people. It is precisely this aspect that makes ARMYs feel close, as if their lives are directly connected to the emotional journey of their idols. When Jungkook cried, millions of fans also felt the burden he released. When Jaehyun smiled reassuringly, the whole world felt that warmth. Now, after this moment went global, a big question arises. Does this emotional meeting mark a new turning point for BTS? Is the hug just a personal expression between two friends, or is it part of a big narrative being built for the return of this phenomenal group with a complete formation? Whatever the answer, one thing is certain. The event at Incheon Airport has been recorded as one of the most emotional moments in BTS history, leaving a mark that is difficult to erase from the memories of fans. This moment is not just about Jungkook and Jaehyun. It's about ARMYs crying, about how millions of people around the world feel connected through a simple event, and about how BTS once again proves that they are more than just a music group. They are a global icon capable of uniting the hearts of many people in one emotion. Deep emotion. Critical reflections on the Jungkook and Jaehyun moment in Incheon, fact, or media engineering. Are we really witnessing an authentic moment full of emotion, or are we just absorbing an image that has been carefully constructed by the media? This question seems to hang in the minds of many people after the video of Jungkook's tight hug to Jaehyun suddenly went viral on various platforms. Are the tears we see genuine tears, or an emotional narrative deliberately built to revive public attention? We certainly cannot ignore the fact that this event first spread through TikTok video clips, fan uploads on Twitter, and reruns on YouTube. However, to what extent can we ensure that the moment really happened without editing or visual engineering? Is it not possible that a certain camera angle, the addition of dramatic text, or emotional background music has created a more stirring impression than the actual reality? On the one hand, many ARMYs testified that they were directly at the location and claimed to have seen Jungkook really crying in Jin's arms. But can mass testimony always be a guarantee of truth? Hasn't history shown that collective perception can be easily directed by the same emotions? If one person shouts that they see tears, won't other people believe the same thing without having time to verify it with their own eyes? We should also ask, would an entertainment industry as big as BTS allow such a personal moment to happen just like that without considering the media impact? Or is it precisely that the moment was deliberately released to the public as part of a promotional strategy? Isn't emotional drama always an effective fuel to maintain global attention on celebrities? If that's the case, aren't we as viewers becoming part of a big game that we don't realize? In this digital era, almost every viral news story is born not from mainstream media first, but from short uploads on platforms like TikTok or Twitter. This fact itself raises serious questions. How credible are our sources of information? How do we ensure that a 15-second clip really reflects the event in its entirety?